Any skill takes time and effort, but that doesn't mean learning has to be all about course books and grammar exercises. Hi, my name is Yuliya and I speak 5 languages fluently. In this video, I'll show you 4 simple ways that will make English learning much more interesting and effective. They won't replace traditional lessons, but they will help you enjoy the process, stay motivated, and spend much more time with English. Ready? Let's rock and roll. If I tell you to learn 20 new words, you'll probably forget them a week later. But then why can we easily remember the lyrics of our favorite songs that we heard many years ago? So, listening to music combines several factors that help memory: repetition, emotions, rhythm, and pleasure. You don't sit down to learn new words. You simply listen to your favorite songs again and again. And this has a positive effect on listening comprehension, remembering words, pronunciation, and even motivation to learn the language. And at some point, you start to know the song almost by heart. Researchers looked at whether English learners can accidentally learn vocabulary simply by listening to songs. And the results showed the following. Listening to songs helped with vocabulary learning. Repeated listening had a positive effect on vocabulary gains, and frequency of exposure positively affected vocabulary gains. I think we'll all experienced this phenomenon when a catchy song gets stuck in our heads and we start singing it over and over again. And yes, sometimes it can last for several days. For me, weeks and months. And on top of that, people around you who hear you singing can catch it too. There is a name for this phenomenon: earworm. 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 It is when a melody keeps repeating in your head without you choosing to repeat it. And here's what's interesting. If the song is in English, your brain keeps repeating not only the melody, but the words, English words as well. In other words, even if you stop listening to the song, you may unconsciously keep singing some phrases from it. Now let's try to create an earworm. And let's try to do it with one of the most popular children's songs, See You Later, Alligator. Just find it and try to listen to it for a few times. And if after that you keep repeating, See you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile, bye-bye, okay, then you've been infected with a sickness. Of course, this doesn't mean that you'll automatically learn a new language simply thanks to an earworm, no. But this is a great example of how the brain keeps coming back to the language material on its own without any extra effort. If you simply play a playlist in the background and don't pay attention to the words, you should not expect much of an effect. This is very important because many people really think that they can play English songs while they sleep and actually learn the language. No, it is not how it works. You need to work with the lyrics at least sometimes, and here I would suggest the following steps. Number 1, choose your favorite song. 2, listen to it once without the lyrics, and then open the lyrics. And the next step, find unfamiliar expressions. Not all of them, of course, only the ones that are repeated or seem useful. And finally, listen to the song several more times, now understanding the meaning. This is the best feeling ever. After a few days, you'll notice that many lines come back to you by themselves. Many people like to listen to music while doing exercises, but not all music is equally useful. If an English song is playing while you are trying to read an English text or do grammar exercises, your brain receives 2 competing streams of language. This increases cognitive load and makes it harder to concentrate. Choose instrumental music, ambient, lo-fi. Save songs with lyrics for separate practice when you're actually using the songs to learn. This idea is also supported by research on the so-called irrelevant speech effect. Background speech, especially in a language you are trying to understand, can make it harder to read and remember information. A favorite song creates emotion, so we want to come back to it. And that means we get more repetitions of the same words. So we have a nice chain: repetition, rhythm, emotions plus pleasure, a much better chance that the language will stay in your memory. Of course, it doesn't mean that you can replace a textbook with a song, but it does mean that songs can turn the necessary repetition into a process that you actually want to come back to again and again. Let's do a little experiment. I'm gonna say several phrases, and I bet you know at least one of them.
Finish him! Fire in the hole!
Job's done.
First blood!
So, did you recognize any of them? Most certainly yes, because your brain has already taken you to Mortal Kombat, Counter-Strike, Warcraft. See, you didn't try to remember these phrases on purpose, your brain did it automatically. And that's exactly why gaming can be such a powerful source of language practice. They create hundreds of repetitions without you noticing in situations that are meaningful to you. Obviously, when you play a game, your goal isn't to learn English, right? But your goal is to complete a mission, defeat a boss, complete a quest, or help your team. English becomes a tool, not the goal. And this is a very important difference. Why does this happen? The answer is quite simple. Our brain is so much better at remembering information when it helps us solve a specific problem. Imagine you are told to do something, for example,
Let's give it a pull.
You figure out what it means by actually doing it without having to memorize it. At this moment, the word is connected to a specific situation, right? And that's why context helps memory so much. Research on game-based learning shows that games create high levels of engagement, lots of repetition, and opportunities for communication. But there is one problem here. When you come across an unfamiliar word in a game, you want to understand it quickly. But constantly leaving the game, opening a translator, and manually searching for the word gets annoying pretty quickly. This is exactly where Lookupper can help. It is a tool for PC and Mac users that helps you learn a new language by interacting with content on your computer. It is especially useful if you enjoy playing video games. Let's play Civilization 6 on Windows for a moment. Here I come across an unfamiliar word in Spanish. Press a hotkey and Lookupper immediately shows me a translation, an AI-powered definition, synonyms, and high-quality audio pronunciation. This is the best part.
Reclutar.
At the same time, it takes the context into account, not just the word itself, but also where and how it is used. And because Lookupper was originally created for situations where text cannot be selected, it is especially useful for games. Lookupper saves new words to your vocabulary, and later you can review them with spaced repetition or export them directly to Anki. You can use it in browsers, while watching videos, in PDFs, and in almost any other program. Lookupper supports 29 languages and includes more than 60 offline dictionaries that you can install directly in the program. So you can look up words even without an internet connection. The Lookupper interface is fast, intuitive, and well-designed. It also has a useful feature that lets you replace text directly on the screen. The free version includes 50 translations and definitions per day, and you can use the built-in offline dictionaries for free and without limits. If you need more, the pro version costs $10 per month. If you want to try Lookupper, you'll find the link in the description and pinned comment. Online games can work even better. On international servers, English becomes the language of communication. Imagine that during a game, someone writes in the chat, "Watch out, need healing, turn left." If you don't understand the team message in time, it can cause problems. You will be punished. So English becomes a way to communicate, almost like it happens in real life. This is where many people make the same mistake. They try to translate everything. Everyone. Seriously, guys, don't translate every single word. First, try to guess its meaning from the situation. Very often, the game itself gives you clues about what's happening, and only though it is really important and you cannot understand what's going on without it, only then look up the translation. This way, you'll develop not only your vocabulary, but also your ability to understand the language from context. So don't play computer games for the sake of English. But if you already love playing, why not let your favorite hobby work for you? Play, enjoy, learn English. Imagine learning something not because you had to learn it, but because you were curious. Why does a volcano erupt? Why don't sharks sink? Not think, sink. What's inside a black hole? As children, we were constantly asking questions like this. And to get answers, we watched cartoons, science shows, documentaries, and anything that could tell us something interesting about the world. We didn't even think about learning a language. We simply wanted to know, why is this happening? And this is exactly what I suggest using for English. Bring back your childlike curiosity. Because when you watch something in English for the content, the language stops being the goal. You aren't watching to learn 20 new words. You're watching because you want to know why a volcano erupted or whether it is really possible to walk through a wall. So you watch a show for the content, and some of the language, of course, it stays in your memory. For example, you're watching a show about space and you see a black hole, and the narrator says, "A black hole is a region of space where gravity is so strong that nothing can escape." You may not know the word escape, but they show you what is happening. You hear the explanation and you understand the general meaning, right? The general idea. Then the word appears again, and then again. And suddenly you realize you actually do not need to translate it. You understand it without translating. Magic. And here we come back to the two previous methods. Remember them? Remember music. You hear the same words again and again, until they start coming back to your memory automatically. In games, English becomes a tool. You need to complete a mission or communicate with other players. And here, English becomes a tool that helps you learn something you're genuinely interested in. So I wouldn't simply recommend turning on a random TV series in English and hoping that the language will somehow get into your head on its own. Choose a topic you are genuinely interested in. What are you interested in? History, animals, space, cars, technology, science, and choose material that matches your level. If you're, for example, A2, try cartoons or simple educational videos for children. At B1, you can already watch popular science YouTube channels or simpler documentaries. And at B2 or higher, you can watch Not Get Wild, Discovery, full documentaries, you name it. And here is an important principle. The content should be clear enough for you to follow what's happening and difficult enough for you to come across new words. And one more simple trick, don't be afraid to watch something again. I have a separate playlist with 2 amazing videos, the best YouTube channels to learn and improve English, so make sure to check it out. Guys, we already have discussed the power of repetition. The first time you watch for the content. The second time you start noticing the language. And suddenly you realize that a phrase that used to sound like a long stream of English now makes sense. The best feeling ever, the best. And this is really fascinating because you didn't actually sit down to learn new expressions. You just wanted to learn something new. And English was simply the way you got that information. So go back to being a child doesn't mean learning a language like a child. It means starting to ask questions again, being curious again, wanting to know why, how, what happens next, and let English help you find answers. Many of you ask me how to improve your English step by step. That's why I created my B1 English practice plans. Each month includes 8 structured lessons covering listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Everything is organized for you so you don't have to spend hours searching for materials. Just open the lesson and follow the instructions. Month 3 is now available and you can get all 3 months for a special price. That's 24 lessons already planned for you. If you'd like to study consistently and feel more confident in English, check the link in the description or scan the QR code. Thank you for learning with me, and I'll see you in the lessons.
Now imagine that English disappears completely from your schedule. You don't add another lesson, you don't open another app, but English still shows up throughout your day. You turn on your phone, the interface is in English. You search for something on Google, you write your search query in English. You watch a movie, you keep the original audio. You play a game, English. You listen to music, English. Even when you're not specifically studying English, you're still in contact with it. And that's the idea behind the 4th method. Change your environment. Don't force yourself to study even more every day. Just make English a part of your normal life. And there is a simple principle behind this. The more often you see and hear the language, the more opportunities you have to understand and use it. But it's important not to overdo it. If you're at A2 right now, there's no point in turning everything around you in English. You don't need to change your phone language to English if you cannot find the settings you need afterwards. You don't need to read difficult news if you only understand, for example, every 10th word. Start with things you already do every day. For example, you're used to watching YouTube in the evening. Don't change the habit. This is actually a great habit to have. Just find a few English language channels about topics you like. By the way, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Do you like cooking? Watch recipes in English. Interested in sports? Read the news and watch interviews. Love cars? I love cars. Watch reviews. In other words, you aren't adding English to your life. You're adding English to the things that are already part of your life. And this is probably the most important difference. A game changer. Because if English only exists inside a textbook, then once you close the textbook, English ends. But if it's all around you, it keeps working even when you're not thinking about studying at all. So, music, games, curiosity, environment. 4 different ways, but they all have the same idea. Not forcing yourself to study even more English, but finding more opportunities to use it in your everyday life. Listen to a song because you like it. Play because you want to win. You're not a loser. Watch a documentary because you're interested in learning something new. Of course, this isn't a magic pill. You really need to understand that these methods will not replace traditional language learning, but they can help make sure that English doesn't end the moment you close your textbook. So you stop thinking every time, I am learning English right now. Just listen, watch, play, read, talk. And suddenly you realize that you understand much more than you did before. Not because you found a secret way to learn a language, but because English has gradually stopped being a subject that you study. It has become part of your life. By the way, I have a separate playlist, English Learning Tips and Habits, where you'll find videos on how to improve your English through reading, writing, shadowing, and more. So make sure to save it. Thank you guys for being with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, alligator.